Good morning. This morning we're going to decorate a tree. So we're using a tree that's been made out of 18 gauge copper and 18 gauge aluminum wire, so it's a silver and gold kind of a look. Copper and silver look, if you will. When I created the potting, I had to build a dam, so there's already some decoration going where I built a dam with rock in order to maintain our tree inside of our potting. If you remember in our last episode, we used fiberglass resin to pot the tree. So when we do our final coating, it'll be a 50-50 bar top resin. So first thing we want to do is we're going to keep this one real simple. We're going to use E6000 glue. So here's, see part of that sucker. Doesn't take much. You can spend all day or days, or I spent weeks decorating some projects. They get very elaborate. I hand place every rock and pebble. In this case, I'm going to be using beach polish rock that I've washed and cleaned, and it's a mixture of small agate and other quartz and other crystals. It's really pretty mix, and when it gets wet, it's beautiful, and I know that when we resin it later, it'll be beautiful. So first thing you want to do is go ahead and examine your piece, decide where you want to put your rock, what it ought to look like. For me, I see the way this kind of flows. I'm going to have rock, of course, covering up my tree. Got to make sure there's rock around the base of your tree. It gives it a reason for being. It's not going to just sprout up out of the earth. It's got to have something around it. It makes it look more natural, and there's a little bit of a trail here. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is put sort of like a little stripe down the center here. So like I said, you could spend a lot of time doing this. You can spend a little bit of time. It's up to you, however you want to do it. For the sake of this video, we're going to go fairly quickly with it. I want to fill my hole around my tree with a little bit of glue. I'm going to get the edges because I want to make sure that it covers the hole. We're going to come right on down. This is going to be a fairly quick one, but I'm sure it will be beautiful. Like I said, you're going to want to spend more time on your tree, but for this sake, so you can see how it goes. So some of you have done some glittering on your projects. This is kind of like doing a glittering project. You get your glue laid down where you want it. You get a handful of rock, in this case, instead of glitter, and you drop it over the glued area. Make sure you've got something to catch your runoff. It's all good rock. You're going to want to use it later. Or do it outside if you don't care. And then we kind of tap it down into place. Make sure it's all covered on our glued area. Aesthetically pleasing. Dump off our excess. Take another look at it, see where we're at. Kind of what I had visioned. So I'll probably spend a few minutes after we go tidying it up and making it look just right. Picking and moving and adding, but you don't have to do that, but that's just the way I am. So there it is. This one's been decorated. It may spend more time. I may put a little bit along this edge here. Just depends what we got going on today. But there you see it. Once that's done, the next step will be putting your first coat of resin on it. You want to get your tree all just right base before you open it up. So don't forget to visit our site, www.chimesandcharms.com, and have a great day.